Hello everyone, welcome back to my sympathetic restoration of my Singer 99. Let's do a quick recap. Alright, so we took out the needle bar assembly from here in the front and the presser bar assembly, so we got this pretty well emptied. I cleaned this up, the pressure lever, because it's got a pin in it, and I attempted to pop that pin out, but that thing is in there rock solid. So we just cleaned it up. Looks fine. Now we come over to this side, and I had to make a decision. Was I gonna rip this thing totally apart, or, like I said, a sympathetic restoration and just clean it up as best I could? So I decided that I'm not going to rip it apart as far as taking all the guts out here. I'm just going to blow everything out and clean them out. I'm probably going to have to take apart the bobbin assembly over here because it looks a little bit nasty. But maybe just, I don't know if you can see in there, maybe just blowing it out might be okay. So we'll have to get to that when we get to that. But right now, we are going to take off the tension assembly. And I'm going to show you here, this is the stitch length. And on this older model, there's no numbers or anything on it. No back stitch or lock stitch, like I said. So, again, this is a little involved to take this out. So I very simply just made this little plastic cutout on the top of a coffee can, put it on there, and took my Dremel, well, it's not a Dremel, it's actually a Wen, but a roto tool, with a little wire brush. Now, if you use these wire brushes, make sure you get a fine brush. You don't want a stiff one because you'll scratch it. Very fine bristles, and make sure to wear complete face protection, because those little bristles, they come flying off. It's not if they're going to fly off, it's when they're going to fly off. And the last thing you do is want that in your eye. Alright, so we got this cleaned up. It looks very nice. So now we're going to take out that tension assembly. And of course, I was watching Sewing Machine Rehab, and Jen showed a couple ways to do it. Taking it all apart from here and then taking the barrel out. But this one happens to have the set screw on the side here. Let's see if we could get some light on that. I don't know if that's showing up, but it's right here, okay? So my regular screwdriver is not going to fit in there. So I just put a little 1/4 inch bit holder epoxied into a shortened file handle. So now I can put bits in that are a little short. And let's see if this works out okay. Okay, that's tight. Oh, okay, there we go. All right. So we got that out. Now, we're going to come over here and we should be able to pop this out. There it goes. Come on now. And there it is. That's dirty. Alright, so we'll take this apart. Let's slide this over. Set the screw there. Let's see if I could drop this down a little bit. All right. So we're going to unscrew this knurled nut. Trying to see if there's a front and a back. Kind of beveled a little bit on the front. Alright, so this spring came out. I think Jen called this the beehive spring. Kind of looks like a beehive. Then we have this washer. Looking at the way it goes, like that. Then we have this back one. Okay, so these two go like that. And then we have this one with the stampings going towards the barrel part. And then we have this spring. Let's see if it comes out. It kind of doesn't want to come out. Alright, last thing you want to do is force that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to drop all of these parts into my super clean. And let's see what happens after it soaks. Maybe that spring will pop out. And if it don't, I'm definitely not going to force it. Because the last thing we want to do is ruin that spring. So let's get her soaking. I'll be back. Quick update. See this little pin here? This is called the tension pin, and it runs straight down through that barrel where that spring was. I'll show it to you when we put it together. And I'm looking in the barrel saying, "Ooh, is that stuck in there?" No, it actually fell out when I was taking the barrel out, and it was sitting. Where are we? It was sitting right here. All right. We'll throw that in to get cleaned. All right, that cleaned up fantastic. I was rewatching Jen's video over at Sewing Machine Rehab, and on this one, it actually unscrews. That's how you get the spring out. So I'm gonna have to put this back in the machine, put this set screw back in, and when I have that done, I'll bring you back. All right. Now, what we have to do is we have to unscrew it. And we have to be very careful. We're going to put this on like Jen did because we want to make sure we don't bugger it up. Get this on straight. We don't want that groove there to bend. So let's put that on there. Let's get the screwdriver in there and see if it turns. Nope. We're going to have to put a little penetrating oil in there and let it sit for a few minutes. Alright, that's been soaking for about 5 minutes. Let's see. Wow, that does not want to turn. Alright, let me think about this. Do I actually need to take that out? I mean, I cleaned it up pretty good. Yeah, it just doesn't want to move. And I don't want to bugger it up. Oh, there it goes. Nice. Oh, man. All right. Oh, and that's how that spring comes out. That's cool. Let's see what it looks like. Hey, whoop, am I in frame here? It's really not in bad shape. But all right, well, we'll clean the end of that off. Let's take this back out. Oh, it's really not bad in there. It's really not bad in there. Like, really nice. All right, well, we'll just clean the end of this off, and then we'll come back and we'll reassemble everything. All right, so everything's cleaned up. I'm gonna put the barrel back so I can tighten this stud in there, and then we're going to reassemble this. Let's slide this in. I guess it doesn't really matter what the position is for now. We just want to get that stud back in. Okay. Now we'll place our spring in. And everything has been lightly oiled. We'll get this stud back in. Whoops, which will captivate the spring. Okay, let's snug that up. It's obviously not in the right position, but that's fine for now. And then we'll take this off. Now this little pin rides down the center of this stud. Let me show you. If you can see that right there. But for now, we're going to leave that out. All right, let's see. So these little discs go next, and they're both the same, so it shouldn't matter which one is which. We'll slip them on. Then goes this little, I'm not sure what that's called, but it has like that little lock there. And I believe that goes that way. Then, actually, I think your spring goes behind there. Come on. The spring should go behind there. Then this goes on like that. Then we put our knurled nut back on. Now let me disassemble this again, because I want this all apart when I clean it. There you have it. Let me move this camera over. Well, there you have it. The whole assembly is cleaned, put back together, and this pin, like I said, goes right in that hole, right there, which will get put back in when we put it back in the machine. So, I'll bag this up, I'll label it, put it away with the rest of the parts, and I'm going to call this one good. This way it's not 45 minutes. And then next, we're gonna work in this area, take these plates off, and see what it looks like inside. So there you have it, folks. You know I'm gonna say it. I'm sending you all much, much love and appreciation, my brothers and sisters. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you all are doing well, and we'll see you on the next one.